Shine on like a diamond in the sky. Reach high, let your spirit fly. Together we'll rise, we won't be denied.
Welcome to the Bilingual Health and Wealth Academy Deep Dive.
Oh, wow.
It's quite a name, right?
Yeah, it really suggests that they're looking at the whole picture, that well-being and financial security, they're connected.
Exactly. And leading this academy is Dr. Shu Chen Hao, Dr. Ho, founder of Kokoshungsan Ltd.
Kokoshungsan.
Yeah.
I love that name. What does it mean?
It means unlocking potential in Mandarin.
Oh, wow.
And it seems like the company's mission is very tied to her personal story.
Absolutely. Her upbringing, it seems like, really played a big role in that her mother was an artist and she instilled this love for creativity and storytelling in her.
Yeah.
But also her father really emphasized education.
It's like they built a foundation for Kokoshungsan, which started as just a collection of ebooks and now has become this global platform offering audiobooks and courses, podcasts, even specialized English learning resources for children.
It's amazing how much it's grown.
Yeah.
And the impact it's having.
Yeah. And for this deep dive, we're going to be focusing on Dr. Ho's book.
Okay.
Quick Wisdom, 100 life lessons you can learn in 10 minutes.
Okay.
And it's packed with insights on relationships, finances, mindset, well-being, you name it.
The premise of this book is so fascinating.
Yeah.
Bite-sized wisdom for our fast-paced world.
Right.
I mean, it just seems perfectly tailored to our listener who wants to gain knowledge quickly, but maybe doesn't have hours and hours to spare.
Exactly. So let's dive into some of these lessons.
Okay.
One that I thought was really interesting was embracing change.
Okay.
So many people say, view challenges as opportunities.
Right.
But Dr. Ho actually gives us a framework for doing that.
Interesting.
She argues that with every challenge we face, we have a choice to make.
Uh-huh.
We can either succumb to fear and resistance,
Yeah.
or we can lean in
Right.
and extract those lessons from the experience.
And I like that she points out that it's not about toxic positivity. It's about actually trying to grow in the midst of difficulty.
Exactly. And she compares it to a seed needing pressure to break through the soil and bloom.
I love that analogy.
Yeah.
So it's almost like these challenges are necessary to transform.
Right. And instead of asking, why me?
Yeah.
We can start to ask, what can I learn from this?
Right.
So it's a really interesting shift in perspective.
Absolutely.
And then she gives us these practical steps, like breaking down overwhelming challenges into smaller, manageable ones.
That makes sense.
Seeking support from mentors or peers.
Yeah.
And then celebrating even the smallest victories along the way.
Right, because you need those little wins to keep you going.
Exactly. And then another lesson that I thought was really powerful was cultivating relationships.
Oh, interesting.
Now, I think we all know relationships are important, but she goes deeper than just giving us basic surface level advice.
Oh, I'm curious.
One of the things that she really dives into is active listening, which she describes as a form of generous listening,
Okay.
where you're not just hearing the words, but you're truly understanding the emotions and unspoken needs behind them.
Right.
And she gives us some specific techniques that go beyond,
Okay.
just nodding and smiling.
Right.
She encourages listeners to reflect back what they hear, to validate the speaker's feelings,
Yeah.
ask clarifying questions,
Yeah.
so that you're really ensuring your understanding on a deep level.
Wow, that's really taking it up a notch.
Yeah, and she even suggests practicing this with strangers
Oh, interesting.
so that you can really hone the skill.
So you can get comfortable with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not just a theoretical concept.
Sure.
It's something you can actually practice and integrate into your daily life.
That makes sense. I like that.
Yeah. And then she goes on to talk about trust,
Okay.
how it's built and maintained. And she argues that consistency is key.
Okay.
So showing up reliably for others, both emotionally and practically.
Yeah, so you're there for them when they need you.
Right. And then she also talks about honesty,
Okay.
even when it's difficult.
Right.
Transparency, coupled with sensitivity and respect, can really strengthen those bonds.
It's so true, and that actually reminds me of a quote from her book.
Oh, what is it?
Connections thrive not through words alone, but through the unspoken commitment to care.
Well done.
It's beautiful. It really speaks to this depth
Yeah.
and intentionality that she's advocating for when we build relationships.
Absolutely. And I think she gives us the framework for moving beyond
Yeah.
those superficial connections to build something that's really lasting and meaningful.
Absolutely.
And then she goes into self-reflection, time management, which you might think are separate.
Right.
But she actually connects them in a really brilliant way.
Okay.
She argues that without self-awareness, effective time management is almost impossible.
Because you don't even know where to start, right?
Exactly. How can you manage your time if you don't know what your priorities are, what your values are, what your goals are?
Exactly.
So she suggests things like, carving out time for introspection, journaling, mindfulness practices, really connecting with yourself.
Right, to understand who you are and what you want.
Exactly. And then she gives some practical time management tips.
Okay.
Like prioritizing tasks based on their impact and urgency, and learning to say no to commitments that drain your energy or don't align with those values that we were just talking about.
It's about really making those choices that serve your overall well-being and your goals.
Exactly, being intentional with your time.
Absolutely.
And that ties in nicely with her chapter on gratitude.
Oh, interesting.
And she doesn't just talk about gratitude in terms of feeling good.
Okay.
She talks about its impact on our productivity and effectiveness.
Oh, wow.
She argues that gratitude can actually shift our focus from what we lack to what we have, fostering that sense of abundance and contentment. And when you feel that, it actually reduces stress and it allows you to approach your tasks with more clarity and more energy.
And she even suggests, I think, incorporating gratitude practices into your time management routine.
Exactly.
So like starting the day by listing 3 things you're grateful for.
Right.
Or ending the day reflecting on some accomplishments.
Yeah, really weaving it into the fabric of your life.
Yeah.
So it becomes a habit, not just a fleeting feeling.
That's a great way to look at it.
Yeah, and then of course we can't forget about financial wisdom.
Right.
She dedicates a significant portion of the book to this.
Okay.
Starting with the concept of living within your means.
Yeah.
Which
it sounds so basic.
It sounds basic.
But it's so hard.
But it's really hard in today's world, right?
Absolutely.
Where we're constantly being bombarded with messages to buy things.
Yes.
So she gives some very specific strategies for tracking spending.
Okay.
Creating a realistic budget.
Yeah.
And differentiating between your needs and your wants.
Right, because sometimes those lines can get blurred.
Yes, absolutely.
You think you need it, but you just really, really want it.
Exactly. Exactly. And then she also tackles the emotional aspects of money.
Okay.
The psychology of spending, how our past experiences and beliefs can really influence our financial habits.
Right, because sometimes our financial struggles aren't just about the numbers.
Yeah.
They're about our mindset.
Exactly.
And our emotional patterns.
And she doesn't just focus on saving.
Okay.
She emphasizes investing as well.
Yeah.
And the power of compound interest.
Right.
And she explains different investment vehicles in a way that's accessible, even if you're not a financial expert.
That's great. I like that.
Yeah, it's really about empowering you to take control of your finances, build that long-term wealth, and hopefully achieve financial freedom.
Absolutely.
And speaking of taking control, she also emphasizes integrity and fairness as these cornerstones of success, both personally and professionally.
Interesting.
And she argues that integrity isn't just about doing the right thing. It's about aligning your actions with your values.
Right.
Even when it's hard, even when it's inconvenient.
It's about being honest and transparent.
Exactly.
And accountable.
Yes.
In all your dealing.
Exactly. And fairness, she says, is about treating everyone with respect and equity.
Okay.
Regardless of their background, status, or beliefs.
Right. So it's about creating a level playing field.
Yes.
Where everyone has an equal opportunity to succeed.
And she gives all these examples of how integrity and fairness play out in various aspects of life.
Go.
From your personal relationships to your work interactions to even social responsibility and ethical decision making.
Wow.
So it's really about weaving these principles into everything that you do.
Right, making them these guiding forces.
Exactly.
In your life.
And then she moves on to mindfulness and well-being, highlighting how mindfulness can help manage stress, improve your overall health.
Okay.
And she doesn't just talk about meditation. She actually gives you practical techniques.
Oh, I like that.
That you can integrate into your daily life.
Okay.
Mindful breathing exercises to calm anxiety.
Okay.
Mindful eating to savor your meals.
Yeah.
Even mindful walking.
Yeah.
To appreciate the present moment.
I love that.
So it's really about cultivating that sense of awareness and presence.
Yeah.
Noticing your thoughts and feelings without judgment.
Right.
Learning to respond, not react.
Yeah.
In those difficult situations.
Absolutely. And she also emphasizes the importance of self-care.
Yes.
You know, prioritizing sleep, nourishing your body with healthy food, engaging in regular physical activity.
It's about recognizing that your physical, mental, and emotional health are all connected.
Oh, absolutely.
And then, of course, in today's digital age, she talks about embracing technology but maintaining balance.
Oh, that's a good one.
Acknowledging the amazing benefits of technology, but also the potential pitfalls.
Right.
So she encourages us to develop digital literacy.
Okay.
Understanding how to use technology effectively, ethically, safely. And she gives us practical tips for things like managing screen time.
Okay.
Protecting your information.
Right.
Discerning reliable sources online.
It's such a crucial skill.
It is.
That it is.
It really is. And she also advocates for things like creating tech-free zones, prioritizing face-to-face interactions, engaging in activities that nurture your creativity and your connection to nature.
It's about finding that balance, right?
Yeah.
Where technology enhances your life, but it doesn't take it over.
Exactly.
Right.
And then she dives into cultural competence.
Okay.
Recognizing that we live in an increasingly interconnected and diverse world.
Absolutely.
And she emphasizes the importance of being exposed to different cultures, different perspectives, different ways of life, and challenging our assumptions, embracing the richness that diversity brings.
And she also highlights the power of language, right?
Yes.
As a tool for building those bridges.
Yes.
For fostering understanding, for deepening empathy.
Exactly. It's about moving beyond tolerance to genuine appreciation and respect.
I love that.
Yeah.
For all these different human experiences.
Yes. And then in the final chapters, she talks about storytelling and authenticity.
Okay.
She believes that stories have this incredible power to preserve history, transmit wisdom, connect us to something larger than ourselves, and inspire action.
Right, because they help us see the world through someone else's eyes.
Exactly. And so she encourages readers to embrace their own unique narratives, share their experiences authentically, and use their voices to make a difference.
Yeah, to speak their truth.
Exactly. And also to listen to the stories of others with an open heart and mind.
Absolutely.
Recognizing that every single person has a valuable perspective to offer.
Right, and it's about weaving all of these together, our personal narratives and our shared experiences, to create this really rich and compassionate world.
Exactly. And finally, she talks about curiosity, knowledge, and a growth mindset.
Oh, that's important.
It is. She challenges us to be lifelong learners.
Yeah.
Embrace those new challenges and see setbacks as opportunities to grow.
Absolutely.
So it's all about cultivating that mindset.
Yeah.
Of continuous learning, adaptability, and resilience.
And she provides some strategies, right?
She does. She talks about things like, expanding your knowledge base, seeking out diverse perspectives, staying curious about the world around you.
Right. Always learning.
Exactly.
Yeah, growing.
And that brings us to the end of our exploration of Dr. Ho's quick wisdom.
Wow. What a journey.
It really is. It's this treasure trove of insights and advice.
Yeah.
Designed to empower us to live healthier, wealthier, and more fulfilling lives.
It's been really enlightening going through all these principles and practices.
It has.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's take a moment to reflect on what we've learned.
Okay.
And see how we can apply these insights to our own lives.
Sounds good. One of the things that really stuck out to me was her emphasis on how everything's connected.
Yeah.
She doesn't see health and wealth and personal growth as all these separate things.
Right.
But they're all intertwined. They all contribute to this one fulfilling life.
It's like she's saying you can't have one without the other.
Right, exactly.
You can't truly be well in one area if you're neglecting the others.
Absolutely. Like if you're stressed about finances, that's going to affect you mentally and physically.
Yeah.
But then also if you're not taking care of yourself, it's going to be harder to succeed financially.
Exactly. And it's not just about the connection within ourselves. It's about the ripple effect that our actions have on others. So she's saying personal growth isn't just about you. It's about making the world a better place.
That really resonated with me when she was talking about how our choices have consequences. Not just for ourselves, but for everybody.
Our community and the world.
Exactly. It's like a reminder to be intentional.
Yeah.
And make sure that your choices match up with your values.
Exactly. And one of the things I found really insightful was her chapter on teaching for deeper understanding.
Oh, interesting.
Where she says that teaching isn't just about imparting knowledge. It's a way to solidify your own learning.
Oh, I like that.
It's like when you explain something to somebody else.
Yeah.
You have to really think about it.
Yeah, you have to understand it yourself.
You do. You have to understand it to explain it.
Exactly.
And she was saying that when you teach,
yeah,
you have to organize your thoughts, simplify complex ideas,
make it engaging,
and make it engaging for your audience.
And when you do that,
yeah,
you start to see the holes in your own understanding. And it deepens your learning.
Exactly. And she even suggests like finding opportunities to teach or mentor in areas where you're still learning.
So you're learning as you go.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Which kind of reminds me of another one of her points about embracing challenges as opportunities to learn.
Right.
And she talks about having a growth mindset, the belief that we can develop our abilities through hard work.
So it's not fixed. You can grow.
It's not fixed. You can always grow and learn.
Absolutely.
And it's about seeing challenges as chances to stretch yourself and learn new skills.
Right. Instead of being afraid of them.
Exactly. And she gives some really practical tips for how to develop this growth mindset.
Okay, like what?
Like reframing negative self-talk.
Okay.
So instead of saying, I can't do this, you say, I can learn to do this.
Right. It's a subtle shift.
But it is.
It's powerful.
It is. And she also says to seek out feedback.
Yeah.
Even if it's uncomfortable.
Oh, I don't like that one.
It's hard. But she says it's so important.
Okay.
Because it helps you improve.
Right. It helps you grow.
And she says the most important thing is to remember that failure is part of the process.
It's inevitable.
It's inevitable. It's not something to fear.
Yeah.
It's a valuable learning experience.
I love that.
Yeah, it's about changing your perspective.
Absolutely.
Seeing challenges as stepping stones.
Yeah.
On your path to growth.
I like that. And she ends the book with a really good reminder.
Oh, what's that?
About consistency.
Okay.
That is the key to actually turning these lessons into habits.
Yeah.
You can't just read the book and expect everything to change.
Right.
It's about putting these principles into practice.
Living it.
Every single day.
Yeah.
And she really stresses that it's those small actions, done day after day that lead to lasting change.
Exactly. And she even suggests finding an accountability partner.
Oh, yeah.
To help you stay on track.
Someone to keep you accountable.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's a good idea.
And to create those routines.
Yeah.
And celebrate those small victories.
Those little wins along the way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And she says, don't keep this wisdom to yourself.
Right.
Share it.
Spread the love.
Spread the love. Lead by example.
Yeah.
Mentor others.
Tell those stories.
Tell her stories.
Highlight these lessons.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And be open to learning from others in return.
It's a two-way street.
It is a cycle of giving and receiving.
Absolutely.
Sharing wisdom and empowering others.
And she reminds us at the end that wisdom is a journey, not a destination.
I love that.
Every lesson is a step forward.
It's so true. Learning never ends.
It really doesn't.
And it's a beautiful reminder that there's always something new to discover.
Yeah.
Always room to grow.
And you can always make a difference.
Always.
Yeah.
And for those who want more guidance, Dr. Ho invites us to check out all the resources at Kokoshungsan.net.
Oh, that's a good tip.
Yeah.
So they have ebooks and audiobooks?
They have all sorts of stuff. Courses.
Yeah.
It's designed to support you on your journey.
Wonderful.
To a healthier, wealthier, and more fulfilling life.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, let's take a minute to think about what we've talked about and see how we can actually use this information.
Yeah. What resonated with you?
What really stuck out to you?
What can you do today to start embracing these changes?
Yeah.
Nurture your relationships.
Manage your time better.
Yeah.
Or maybe be more intentional with your money.
And remember that personal growth is a journey.
It's a marathon, not a sprint.
It is. And there will be challenges.
Yeah. Definitely.
Setbacks, but also triumphs.
And a lot of joy, hopefully, along the way.
Hopefully. So embrace the process. Stay curious.
Never stop learning and growing.
And we wish you all the best on your journey.
To a healthier, wealthier, more fulfilling life.
Thanks for joining us. We covered so much ground.
Yeah, it's really amazing.
From practical tips to really deep questions about how we live our lives.
And I think for me, what really stands out is how important intentionality is.
Yeah.
It's like she's saying it's not enough to just go through the motions.
Right.
You have to actually be present.
Yeah.
And thoughtful in everything you do.
Whether it's managing your time.
Right. Or your relationships. Or pursuing those financial goals. You have to make conscious choices.
Yes.
That actually reflect what you care about.
Right. Instead of just reacting to whatever comes up.
And I think it's also important that she acknowledges that you might have to make adjustments along the way.
Right. Course correction.
Yeah, because life is a journey.
It is.
And sometimes we realize we made a wrong turn.
Right.
The key is to learn from it.
Yeah.
And get back on track.
Get back on track. Exactly.
And keep moving forward.
And she also talks about the power of community.
Yeah.
And connection.
You're not meant to do this alone.
You're not. She says we need those supportive relationships.
Right. Your people.
Your people, mentors, a sense of belonging.
To help you through those tough times.
To thrive. And she encourages us to seek out people who share our values.
Yeah.
Build strong connections.
And contribute.
Contribute, give back to your community.
We're all in this together.
We are. And I love that she says sometimes support comes from the most unexpected places.
Oh, yeah.
So be open.
Be open to help.
Be open to receiving help.
Yeah.
From people who might seem different than you.
Because we can all learn from each other.
Yeah.
It's so true.
And I think that ties into her belief in the power of education.
Absolutely. It's like the key.
The key to unlocking potential.
Unlocking potential.
Empowering people.
Creating a better world.
A more just world.
Yeah.
And it's not just about going to school.
Right.
She talks about continuous learning.
Yeah, lifelong learning.
Lifelong learning, whether you're reading.
Taking a course.
Going to a workshop.
Or just having a deep conversation with someone.
It's about staying curious.
Always learning, always growing.
And for those who want more, she invites us to explore the resources offered by Kokoshungsan. Kokoshungsan.net. They have ebooks, audiobooks, courses, all designed to empower you.
That's awesome.
To live your best life.
So as we wrap up this deep dive,
yeah,
I want you to think about what we talked about.
What resonated with you?
Yeah, what really stood out.
What steps are you going to take?
Yeah, what action are you going to take?
To embrace change, nurture those relationships.
Manage your time. Be more intentional with your finances.
Remember, it's a journey.
It's a marathon.
It's a marathon.
Not a sprint.
And there will be challenges along the way.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But also triumphs and joy.
Hopefully, a lot of joy.
So embrace the process, stay curious, never stop learning and growing.
That's the key.
We wish you all the best on your journey to a healthier, wealthier, and more fulfilling life.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for joining us.
Rise up, feel the fire in your chest. Chase dreams, put your doubts to the test. Raise your voice. Let your spirit be free. No fear, no limits, just believe. Every stumble, every fall, just a chance to rise. In the darkest night, stars still light up the skies. You're a fighter, you're a force, don't you ever give up. Take a stand, make a mark, show the world your true love. Shine on, like a diamond in the sky. Reach high and let your spirit fly. Together we'll rise, we won't be denied. Shine on, you were born to light up the night. In the depths of the night, when shadows try to dim your glow, remember you're a beacon, a guiding light. The stars echo, hold on to hope. Let it fuel your burning desire. For in every challenge lies the spark of a brighter fire. So when the journey gets tough and the road seems long, just close your eyes, hear the chorus and carry on strong. With each step, with each breath, let your brilliance ignite. For you, my friend, were meant to shine on through the night. Rise up, feel the fire in your chest. Chase dreams, put your doubts to the test. Raise your voice, let your spirit be free. No fear, no limits, just believe. Every stumble, every fall, just a chance to rise. In the darkest night, stars still light up the skies. You're a fighter, you're a force. Don't you ever give up, take a stand. Make a mark, show the world your true love. Shine on, like a diamond in the sky. spirit be free. No fear, no limits, just believe. Every stumble, every fall, just a chance to rise in the darkest night. Stars to light up the skies. You're a fighter, you're a force. Don't you ever give up, take a stand. Make a mark, show the world your true love. Shine on like a diamond in the sky. Reach high, let your spirit fly. Together we'll rise, we won't be denied. You were born to light up the night. Rise up, feel the fire in your chest. Chase dreams, put your doubts to the test. Raise your voice, let your spirit be free. No fear, no limits, just believe. Every stumble, every fall, just a chance to rise in the darkest night. Stars to light up the skies. You're a fighter, you're a force. Don't you ever give up, take a stand. Make a mark, show the world your true love. Shine on like a diamond in the sky. Reach high, let your spirit fly. Together we'll rise, we won't be denied. You were born to light up the night. Shine on, you were born to light up the night. Shine on, like the spirit fly. Together we'll rise, we won't be denied. Shine on you, you were born to light up the night. In the depths of the night, when shadows try to dim your glow, remember you're a beacon, a guiding light, a star's echo. Hold on to hope, let it fuel your burning desire. For in every challenge lies the spark of a brighter fire. So when the journey gets tough and the road seems long, just close your eyes, hear the chorus and carry on strong. With each step, with each breath, let your brilliance ignite. For you, my friend, were meant to shine on through.